Students, am I audible to you? Yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
are we through with the quantum dots? Last
Yes,
lecture?
ma'am. You have started batteries also.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Is it visible now? Screen?
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
please tell me up to what we have done. We'll revise hurriedly first few slides. We have seen the Portland cement, etc. we have done. Now we have started with the modern batteries. I have given you the difference between the cell and the batteries. हाँ? Do you
Yes,
remember
ma'am.
we
उसके
have
आगे
done?
का भी लिया था आपने.
क्या किया था?
Slide number 10 ये भी हो गया था.
ये भी हो गया था. 8 number lithium batteries.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This one, why we have to use the lithium batteries?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So again we'll revise. Lightweight, high voltage is there, high electrochemical equivalence, good conductivity, long life, etc. Here high voltage is there, it is giving. So lithium batteries. Up to this we have done last lecture, is it? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now from this we will start. So what are the advantages of lithium cells? Now we have two types of lithium cells or batteries. If the lithium metal is used in the cell or battery, they are called as lithium batteries or lithium cells. I am making you understand the two different terms. Lithium ion batteries and lithium cells or lithium batteries, they are different. Lithium cell, as usual, it is a single in which lithium metal is used as an anode. So when lithium metal is used as a ion anode, then they are called as lithium cell or lithium batteries. But when lithium ions are used, then they are called as lithium ion batteries. These are the two different, but their properties are similar. So lithium cell and lithium batteries, in which lithium metal is used as anode, and lithium ion batteries in which lithium ions are used as a anode. So that is the main difference. So what are the properties of this high voltage output? It is for the cell it is 1.5, and depending on how many cell are there in the battery, you have to multiply by that. So if 5 cells are there, so 1.5 into 5, 7.5 will be the voltage. So that is the high voltage is there for lithium batteries. Even if they have said it is 4, but we have seen earlier that it can be 9 volt also, depending on how many cells are there, whether in the series or parallel. So here 8 are there, so 1.5 into 8, so it can go up to that. That depends on the number of cells which are there in the battery backup. Then the high specific energy or high density, energy density. High specific energy or in the energy density, this is nothing but how much energy they store in them. So always remember that the cell or battery store the energy in the form of chemical energy, but when they release the energy, it is not the chemical energy, it is the electrical energy. And this chemical energy to electrical energy conversion is possible only because of the redox reaction. What is redox reaction? The oxidation and reduction. Oxidation at anode and reduction at cathode. Always remember excuse me, oxidation at anode and reduction at cathode are there. So due to this reaction which are continuously going, the chemical energy is converted to, so when the energy will come out from them, it is electrical energy, but when it is stored, it is in the form of chemical energy. Now there are these two terms are same, specific energy and energy density. This is when you do the gravimetric analysis, and this is when you do the volumetric analysis. So what is the specific energy, the how much energy they can store? So 200 watt hour per kg. Gravimetric means it is per kg and volumetric means per liter. WH stand for watt hour. W is capital, H is small. So how much energy in the form of chemical energy they can store per unit volume is called as specific energy or energy density. So specific energy is 200, whereas energy density is 400. The unit for specific energy is watt hour per kg, whereas unit for energy density is watt hour per liter. So remember, specific energy, it is the gravimetric and determination, and the energy density is the volumetric determination. That is why it is per kg, energy stored per kg, and here energy stored per liter. So 200 watt hour per kg or 400 watt hour per liter, it is there. So how much energy they can store per kg weight of the battery or per liter weight of the battery, that is there. Now we can use the lithium battery over a wide range from -40 to 70 degree. So even if you use any device in which lithium batteries are there at minus degree, your device will work, because the range of lithium batteries in general is -40 degree to +70. So -40, then 0, then 70. So about 110 degrees Celsius, in a range of 110 degrees Celsius it works, and that is the most advantage of this, because it works also in the negative temperature. Remember, this is for general lithium batteries or lithium cells. So here it is -40 to 70. For MCQ type it is important, -40 to 70. Then it has a good power density. Power density means the rate with which it throws the electrical energy, that is called as power density. So it releases the electrical energy with a high rate, and that is called as good power density at a given condition of the temperature, pressure, etc. So wherever the device is used, in whatever the condition, there it releases the electrical energy at a high speed. That is the good power density. There is a difference between energy density and power density. Power density means the rate with which it releases, and energy density means how much it store per liter. So they are different. Flat discharge characteristic. If it is a opposite Z, imagine that if it is a opposite Z, then the discharge will occur fast, but it is a flat. That means with a time, the discharge is occurring very slow. So if lithium batteries are charged, maybe instead of few hours, it will be remain charged maybe for 24 hours also, or maybe for 48 hours. That is called as the flat discharge rate. Undergoes discharge varies at a slow rate, so your battery will remain charged for a longer period, and it has a good shelf life. Shelf life means it doesn't get dissociate or decomposed during the storage or utilization. You never have seen that you are removing your battery from the mobile when you are sleeping. No, we are not doing, because the shelf life or the storage life is very high, and without any risk of explosion you can store it safely for a longer period, and even you can utilize the device at a high temperature. So even if you use it at a high temperature, the chemicals inside the lithium battery will not get decomposed, so it has a high superior life. I'll give some analogy here. Suppose we have purchased some medicines, So it is always written what is the expiry date. So expiry date is nothing but shelf life. So if you will take that medicine up to that period, then whatever effect it is supposed to give will be seen. After that, if you will use that medicine, no effect is seen. Suppose you are suffering from a headache. So if you will utilize, usually this Crocin and all these general, they do not have the specific expiry date, but even then it is written before 6 months of the manufacturing date. So that is called as shelf life. So after this battery or cell is manufactured, for how many days or how many months you can utilize it, that is called a shelf life. So without any risk of explosion during storage and utilization. If it is not in use, you can store it for a longer period, and even if it is in use, it will persist. It has a long shelf life. So that is there. So that are the characteristics. Within 2 minutes, learn all these three, all the six characteristics. High voltage is there, high energy density is there, high, yes, come on. What is the temperature range in which it can be used?
70
Temperature
degree
range
to minus 40 degrees Celsius.
70 to minus 40 degrees Celsius. High power density means rate with which it releases. High shelf life, long shelf life. So, and it can be used even for at a elevated temperature. So, if any device in which lithium cells are used, you can use it at a higher temperature also. Now, various sizes in which it is possible to manufacture lithium batteries or lithium cell. Where are the example where you get coin like batteries or lithium cells? Can you remember where it is used? Coin like
Ma'am, watch
In
cases
watch,
में.
wristwatches. Okay. Another any example? Wristwatches. Okay. Now this particular it is a typical cell where it is used. Many example you can give. In the wall clock you can use it. Yes. In the wall clock you can use it. Chalo patapat.
Yes, ma'am.
In the remote of the TV
remote,
use it. In the calculator you can use it.
In
This
the
type,
toys.
in the toys you can use it. And this type of battery usually it's
mobile,
huh?
Mobiles.
This is in the mobile it is there, and also inverter. So it is a big one, it is used in the inverter. So these are the different forms in which lithium batteries are available in the market. Now what are the primary lithium batteries? Primary are not rechargeable and secondary are rechargeable. What do you mean by rechargeable? You can charge it. Battery, you can charge it and reuse it. They are called as rechargeable. Secondary batteries are there. Lithium secondary batteries are there, which are rechargeable. But primary batteries are not rechargeable. So once the electrolyte is over, you have to throw it out. No oxidation redox reaction will occur. No electrical energy will be released by the cell. And in that case, we will say that the life of the cell is over. So that is called as the non-rechargeable cells. So primary lithium batteries, they are usually they are all the time non-rechargeable. You cannot use them again and again. Once their life is over, you have to throw them out. So these are the there. Now another thing you have to remember that whenever you are using the lithium batteries, the electrolyte solution, what I have said, for cell what is required? Anode, cathode, electrolyte, and the separator for the two electrode. That are the condition. So whenever you use the electrolyte, it should not be a water. It should not have any trace amount of water in it, because lithium is very reactive with the water, and maybe explosion, sudden explosion is expected. And therefore you have to take care that when you are using the lithium cell or batteries, when you are making it, manufacturing it, you have to take care that moisture is avoided. So other than moisture, what you can use? Any organic solvent or inorganic solvent. Remember the three names: acetonitrile, everyone be with me: acetonitrile, propylene carbonate, and PC you can call it as, and 1,2-dimethoxyethane. These are the three organic solvent which you can use as the electrolyte. I'll repeat, the three organic solvent which can be utilized as a electrolyte are three. Remember it: acetonitrile, propylene carbonate (PC), and 1,2-dimethoxyethane. 1,2-dimethoxyethane. So only these three you can utilize it for the electrolyte. No moisture should be there. And inorganic, only one solvent you can use, that is thionyl chloride. So remember all these four names which can be used as a electrolyte for conduction, suitable conduction of, or the movement of transfer of electron from anode to cathode, and the movement of current. So the only four solvent, three organic and one inorganic, can be used as a solvent. So what are the organic example? Acetonitrile. Chalo, speak out. Acetonitrile,
acetonitrile,
propylene
Nitrile,
carbonate,
propylene,
propylene
Acetonitrile,
carbonate,
and
and
propylene
dimethoxyethane.
carbonate,
and one
One
two
to dimethoxy.
One to
ethane.
2
dimethoxypropane.
They are
dimethoxyethane.
three organic, and in that some LiCl or LiBr should be there. Little bit LiCl or LiBr should be there to increase the conductivity of electrolyte. So any solvent out of this with LiCl or LiBr dissolved in it to certain extent to increase the conductivity. No water to be used, because reaction of the lithium with the water are explosive reaction, sudden reaction, spontaneous reaction. So that is the case of primary. Yeah. So you have to, for proper conductivity, LiCl or LiBr. One example we will see of primary lithium battery, and one example we will see of secondary. What is the main difference between primary and secondary? Primary are non-rechargeable and secondary are rechargeable. And since,
rechargeable.
yeah, second difference is, since they are not rechargeable, they can be used only once, they are to be thrown out, their cost is low. But secondary, since they can be used at least maybe years together, 1 year, 2 year, and you can recharge it. In the cameras nowadays you can see that lithium cells or lithium batteries are used which are rechargeable. So for recharging, one container is given. In that you have to place all the cells. Four cells are generally required for camera, and that you have to put it for the charging. The socket is there, you have to put it for charging at least once. If you have used it, the camera, for 2 hours or something, then you have to charge it for 12 hours, 8 to 12 hours minimum, and then you will get a green signal on that charger. The charger is there with a provision to insert to keep the cell with the opposite pole. One in the positive pole in front, second will be positive in backward. Like this, four cell you can keep it, and you keep it on. When they are not charged, they are discharged, you will see that red color light appears on the charger, and when they are completely charged, you will see the green color there, which indicate that the charging is over. So that is the difference. And since we can recharge it again and again, these batteries are provided with the charger and the cable, and that is why the cost is higher, and they are more durable, their life is more than the non-rechargeable, which are primary. So first example is lithium manganese dioxide, in which lithium is anode and MnO2 is your cathode. Always you have to represent whichever comes before the slash is your anode, and whichever comes after the slash is your cathode. So cathode is your MnO2, manganese dioxide, and lithium is your anode. Anode, always oxidation takes place. Oxidation means loss of electron, and cathode, always reduction takes place, and the reduction is gain of electron. So in this way, now the we have seen that the lithium cells are there. It is available in various. Just now we have seen in the form of coins. We have just now seen in various form they are available as the coins, or like this, or prismatic. like that. Other than this, also one form is possible, that is bobbin. Have you seen the sewing machine? Nowadays, no one is using the sewing machine at home, but our days we used to stitch everything on the sewing machine. I had a sewing machine. In that you have to load the thread for using, and that is called as bobbin. If you get time to see, or otherwise on Google you just give the name bobbin, you will be able to see how it looks like. So the various shapes in which you get this lithium manganese dioxide cell or primary battery is in the form of coin, or it may be in the form of prismatic or the bobbin. It is there. It has the design for low, moderate, and high drain application. If you have to use this battery at so you want long life, shelf life, you can have. Then the drain means discharge rate less. You can have the batteries designed in which discharge rate is low, moderate, or high. Depending on the need, the cost will differ. And it gives the voltage output 3 volt. Now note down this link. Note down this link. You can see, this is a YouTube link. You can see the working and functioning of the lithium manganese dioxide battery. Note it down, take the screenshot of this, and later on when you are free, just please observe it on the YouTube how it looks like. Just take 1 minute, write it down, or take the screenshot and find out how it works like. Are you through? Are you through? Yes. लिख लिया क्या? Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here, there, and even in our notes also there, even if PPTs are not there, in our notes are there. So anode is your lithium and cathode is your MnO2, but you have to make it dry. No water should be there. Otherwise, lithium will react with the moisture present and explosive reaction will occur spontaneously. So you have to heat, and then you have to use it dry MnO2 powder, not with any moisture in it. Electrolyte, as I have said, any organic solvent. The three I have given: acetonitrile, propylene carbonate, or you have to use, yes, 1,2-dimethoxyethane, and little amount of LiCl or LiBr to increase the conductivity of the electrolyte. And voltage it offers is 3. So you have to remember everything. This is because for the MCQ type of question, if online exams are there. Now, what is the construction here? The construction I will explain here. Here is a lithium, which is your anode, and here it is a MnO2, which is your cathode. It is separated by electrolyte, which is an organic solvent with LiCl or LiBr in it. Now the so that is there. This is a cap. The main construction is important here. The current collector is there. Here also current collector is there. Usually for cathode, aluminum is used as a current collector, and for lithium, usually copper is used as a current collector. Now this is the special requirement as compared to the earlier old batteries. That is why these are called as the modern batteries. Little bit construction is there. For earlier batteries, we which used to use zinc batteries, etc. Their current collector was not there. Here for anode, you have to use copper foil. Foil means sheet, copper sheet, and for the cathode we have to use the aluminum sheet as a current collector, and the two electrode are separated by your electrolyte, as well as the separator is there, which is non-woven separator for propylene carbonate, which is the separator here. Now the reaction, as I have said, the uh, reaction at anode is oxidation, and as a convention, the loss of electron is shown to the right hand side of the reaction. So our anode is your in the lithium manganese dioxide battery, which is a primary lithium battery, in which lithium metal is used as a uh, uh, anode, not lithium ions, in which lithium is a anode which undergoes oxidation, that is loss of electron, Li plus plus electron minus. At cathode, we have the Mn with the 4 oxidation state, MnO2, which is heat treated. Why it should be heat treated? Why it should be heat treated? Yes,
Dry.
it should be
It
dry.
react with water.
If water is there, then lithium will react with water and then some explosion is expected. So this will get, and what is here, it doesn't undergo the normal reduction. That is, it will not accept only the electron coming from the anode, but this lithium ion get incorporated in the lattice of Mn. Mn has a lattice structure, the crystalline structure in which Li plus ion also get incorporated, and oxidation state 4 get reduced to 3 in the product. Here, the unlike the normal reduction reaction, here not only the electron is involved, but also lithium get captured in the lattice of the MnO2. Here earlier the oxidation state was 4 and later it changes to oxidation state 3. Again it is important for MCQ question. Now we will write the net reaction. We have to add this plus this. This is to the right hand side and this is to the left hand side. So Li plus and electron minus, Li plus and electron minus, they will cancel each other, and what will remain? Li plus Mn4 times O2, giving you this product. This will get cancelled, this will get cancelled with this, and only left hand side this plus this, only right hand side this plus this, in which lithium get incorporated in the lattice of manganese. Then this is the description. It shows both the type of conductivity, electronic conductivity as well as ionic conductivity, and here it is written Mn4 get converted to Mn3 and lithium get incorporated in the lattice of the MnO2. Now, what are the advantages? So, for primary as well as secondary, these are the common advantages or the characteristic property: high volumetric and the gravimetric energy density. Energy density means how much energy it store per unit volume. For gravimetric, it is per kg, and for volumetric, it is per liter. How much was the value for gravimetric? Just recall your memory. How much was the value for the gravimetric per kg?
Over
Watt hour,
200.
200 it was, 200 watt hour per kg. W capital, H small, oblique kg, and for the energy density it is per liter and it was 400. Do you remember? Okay, so this is the characteristic property for both. Second characteristic property in general for lithium battery, temperature range is -40 to 7 plus 70 degree. But here for MnO2 as a cathode, it is -20 to 55. So instead of -40, it has become -20, and instead of 70, it has become 55. So that is the wide operating temperature range for the lithium MnO2. You have to remember that one was for common. This is for lithium MnO2 battery or the cell. Then performance at high discharge rate. It gives the shows the discharge is very slow. It gives the better response during the discharge. It has a low cost because they are not rechargeable and no gases are evolved during the use, and therefore no pollution is there. So these are the characteristic properties of the lithium batteries which are used as modern batteries because of high power density, high energy density, high temperature range in which they can be used, and also the low cost, long shelf life, etc. So these are the characteristic property. But what are the disadvantage? It is not rechargeable. So you use it as long as the electrolyte is there, the reaction, oxidation reduction reaction will occur, and then you have to throw it out. Now, then the another disadvantage is there with this particular battery, LiMNO2. That is, if many batteries of this or cells, if you will keep them together, store them together, it is likely that they will be friction between them and lot of heat will be evolved and explosion will take place. So when you have to store these batteries, LiMNO2, you have to keep them at a distance from each other. Don't let all 20 in one box, etc., because with a small friction also there may be explosion, and that precaution you have to take. Similar precaution you have to take when you will dispose of the batteries. That means during disposal of, even if you will say that they all electrolyte is used up now, why there should be any reaction, but during disposal also a group of batteries you cannot dispose it at once. So just throw once at one place, then by keeping some distance, then dispose of second, then by keeping some distance, dispose of third. Like that, you have to take the precaution. That is the negative part of this lithium MnO2. It is not the property. This is not the disadvantages of all the lithium batteries. It is the specific example which we have taken. It is the uh, problem of only that. And one more disadvantage is that if you will use it in any device which is overheated, suppose the when you are using any device, you have to maintain the heating rate. Suppose per minute it should rise, the temperature should rise by 1 degree Celsius or 2 degrees Celsius, so you have to maintain the heating rate per unit time. But all of a sudden, if you will increase the heating rate, instead of 5 degrees per minute, if you will make it 50-degree rise per minute, that is called as overheating. So in overheating also the explosion takes place. So these are the three disadvantages. It is non-rechargeable, it cannot be used in the overheated utensils or devices, and you cannot keep them several number together. You cannot dispose them all together in one slot, because the reaction, even if these are dead cells, even then the explosion are likely to take place. So you have to take care. So these are the, now then what are the advantages where it is used? So it is used in the device which is used for memory backup, then it is used in the safety and security devices. At home, you might have seen home stabilizer is there, electric device. I don't know how many of you have fitted it, but it is a positive sign if you want to avoid any electric shocks or any because of poor earthing. If you want to avoid that, electric stabilizer is must. किती जणांच्या घरी इलेक्ट्रिक स्टॅबिलायझर आहे? हा, हॅलो, हॅलो, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
किती जणांकडे स्टॅबिलायझर आहे? नसेल तर आता तुमच्या पेरेंट्सना सांगा, स्टॅबिलायझरची किंमत जास्त नाहीये. स्टॅबिलायझर म्हणजे जेव्हा अर्थिंगचा काही जातो, जुने कन्स्ट्रक्शन वर्क जिथे असेल ज्या घरात, तर त्या ज्या वायर येतात त्यामध्ये ड्रीप होतात, त्यामध्ये कट होतात आणि एकदम फटकन लाईट जातात. मग त्यावेळेला तुमच्या टीव्हीची ट्यूब जाऊ शकते, फ्रीज जाऊ शकतो. तर हे जर अवॉइड करायचं असेल तर स्टॅबिलायझर मिळतो. तर त्याची कॉस्ट जास्त नाहीये, तर ती लावले तर ते काय, हे अनइवन चेंजेस आर ऑकर्ड, they are absorbed by your stabilizer and your all electronic as well as electrical devices will be saved from this problem. Otherwise एकदम voltage drop out झालं की लगेच टीव्हीची ट्यूब बंद पडते. टीव्ही तुम्हाला ट्यूब बदलायला लागते आणि इट कॉस्ट अबाउट 9,000 plus, because in TV main cost is due to TV tube which is responsible for display. So for that purpose, in fridge also, if fridge is on and the voltage drop is there suddenly during monsoon, it happens regularly, then you say that we do not have fridge now, we do have the TV working now because the tube has gone. So for that purpose, it is safe to have the stabilizer, electric stabilizer whenever this voltage drop downs are there or some problems are there, stabilizer will manage the work. And so in the safety devices and security devices, so this stabilizer comes under the security devices. So it is used in the camera, lighting equipment, and many consumer electronic devices. In the toys also it is used. The moving toys, the kids toys, there also it is used. Now secondary charges, secondary are called as the secondary are rechargeable, primary are not rechargeable, and they are always provided with the charger and the uh, pin for the wire for the charging, and therefore the cost of this rechargeable batteries, if you will recharge purchase only the batteries, then it is of no use. You have to purchase the batteries along with the charger. If you don't know how the charger looks like for the rechargeable batteries, you can google it out, so that you will get the idea. So when it is completely discharged, no electrolyte is there, no reaction occurs, then you will find that you need to charge it, and that time it shows red color, and when it becomes green, then means charging is complete. Depending on how much it is discharged, that time is required for charging purpose. So here today, and the cost is high, and here we are using not the metal. One more difference between primary and secondary: in primary we have used lithium metal, but here we are using the lithium ion, and lithium ion we are using, and therefore these are called as lithium ion batteries. Another name for secondary batteries is lithium ion batteries, because we are using lithium ion as the anode, not the lithium metal as the anode. Now these are they again it has a need for the positive electrode, that is cathode, negative electrode, that is anode, and electrolyte. As usual for any battery, you need anode, cathode, electrolyte, and a separator. The current carrier, current collector should be there. Copper foil usually used for the anode, and aluminum foil is used for the uh, cathode. So that is there. Cathode is your positive electrode. Just remember PC. Cathode is your positive electrode, and anode is your AN. Just remember PC, because PC is a common term. Cathode is positive electrode. Now the cathode is usually metal oxide. So we can give the example COO2, cobalt oxide. So it is a can act as a cathode, and the anode is consist of the lithium ions with porous carbon. Here one addition you have to do: the lithium ions with porous carbon. This porous carbon, they are neutral. They are neutral, but they are used to increase the conductivity, to increase the output. For that it is used. So cathode is a metal oxide, and uh, anode is usually a lithium ions with the porous carbon in it. Now what happens? There are two reaction: discharge reaction and the charging reaction. So you just remember one way, so that you can recall another way. During discharge, when your battery get discharged, then lithium ion moves from anode to cathode. Only one way you remember, exactly opposite is for the charging reaction. So when your battery get discharged, lithium ion moves from anode to cathode. During discharge, lithium ions moves from anode to cathode. During discharge, lithium ions moves from anode to cathode. So what will be for charging case? During charge, what will happen? From where to
Cathode to
where?
anode.
Huh? What will happen? Lithium ion will move from, yes,
Cathode to anode.
Cathode to anode.
cathode to anode. You remember only once. During discharge, anode to cathode. Have you got it? And electrons also flow from anode to cathode, but current moves in opposite direction, that is cathode to anode. These 3 points are important. During discharge, lithium ion moves from cathode to anode. Second point, electron also moves, during discharge, lithium ion moves from anode to cathode. Second important point, electron also moves from anode to cathode. But third point, the current moves from cathode to anode. These 3 points you remember for discharge. Exactly opposite is the explanation for charging case. When your battery get charged, exactly opposite. So tell me what are the points for charging? Lithium will move from, chalo fatapat,
cathode to anode,
cathode to anode. Electron will move from
cathode to anode,
cathode to anode, and current will move from
anode to cathode.
anode to cathode. So that is the things. So here the brainy boys. Huh? So here typical example is given. Here you have a anode, which is a negative electrode. Here we have a cathode, which is a metal oxide. Lithium metal oxide is there, and COO2 is there with it. And here we have the lithium ions and with the carbon, porous carbon in it to increase the conductivity. So during discharge, don't turn up the pages. Just recall your memory. Lithium will move from where to where? This is your cathode positive and this is your anode. So during discharge, the lithium will move from where to where?
Anode to
Anode
cathode.
to cathode.
Anode to
Cathode.
cathode.
Electron will move anode to cathode and current will move from cathode to anode. So during discharge, it is shown anode to cathode. Just remember the diagram. During discharge, anode to cathode, and current exactly opposite, cathode to anode. And during charge, exactly opposite, from cathode to anode, from cathode to anode, electron from cathode to anode. So whatever direction of lithium is there, same is the direction of electron, and opposite is the direction of the current. Am I going little fast? Is it going little fast, or speed is
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
Huh? Is it going very fast?
No, ma'am.
Someone said yes. What have you not understood, beta? You ask me again. One, the one who said no, yes, karke. Give me opinion, final, yes or no. It is on right speed or the higher speed or lower speed or okay. Chalo fatapat give the answer.
Right speed, ma'am.
Correct, speed? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll take the example of LiCO2 battery. See here, slash is not there. Slash is not there, so it itself act as a cathode. LiCO2 itself act as a cathode. Therefore, it is called as lithium cobalt oxide battery. Slash आहे का इथे? नाहीये. Slash is not there. So the what is the anode? Just now we have seen it is the lithium with the porous carbon, and cathode is your lithium with COO2. Lithium with COO2 is your cathode, and lithium with carbon is your anode. So here it is shown that yes, slash is not there. So LiCO2 is your cathode. So we will say it is a secondary battery. This is your cathode, and lithium with carbon, porous carbon, is used as anode and to increase the conductivity. And for that we have used copper foil. Always remember, for anode copper foil is used as current collector, and for cathode it is aluminum foil is used as current collector. Anode copper foil and a cathode aluminum foil. Remember, cathode copper foil, and this is the speciality of the modern batteries. In the earlier batteries, zinc batteries, etc., the current collector was not there. Here the specific arrangement is there. For anode, copper foil is used as a current collector, and for anode, aluminum foil is used as a current collector. Anode is negative electrode, copper is cathode is positive electrode. Here LiCO2 is lithium with carbon atoms, porous carbon atoms, and with the copper foil as collector, and anode is your LiCO2 itself, lithium cobalt oxide with the aluminum foil as a current collector. Then the separator is there because they do not react chemically with each other. So separator is used, which is polypropylene film is used as a separator. Lithium and what is electrolyte here? Just now I have told you it is the yes electrolyte. Chalo, what are the three example of organic? Fatafat. What are the three organic solvent that can be used as electrolyte? Chalo, fast.
acetonitrile,
Acetonitrile.
Acetonitrile, propylene carbonate, and 1,2-dimethoxy.
And inorganic is only one, thionyl chloride.
Thionyl chloride,
And what you have to add to
ACl2,
them? LiCl or LiBr to increase
LiBr.
the conductivity of the cell. So that is there. This is the working of this during charge and discharge. Same principle as we have applied for earlier battery. So recall your memory during discharge. Don't read it. This is your positive electrode cathode. This is your negative electrode anode with lithium with the carbon. Here lithium with COO2. So चलो discharge के 3 point बताओ फटाफट. Discharge, what are the 3 important points? Lithium will move from, chalo fast.
Anode to cathode.
Anode to cathode. Electron move from. Electron move from. Anode to cathode. Current moves from
Cathode to anode.
cathode to anode. And charging exactly opposite. So here it is shown discharging and here it is shown charging. So this is the rechargeable battery. Here lithium ion battery. They have shown the same mechanism, discharging and charging, anode and cathode. During discharge, anode to cathode they move. During charging, cathode to anode they move in a simple manner, the same which we have used it. The discharge process is called as deintercalation. Remember DD. Remember DD. Discharge when the lithium ions moves from anode to cathode, electron moves from anode to cathode, and current moves from cathode to anode. It is called as deintercalation. You may call it as silation or you may call it as calation. Both pronunciation are allowed. DD, just remember DD. So another term for discharge is deintercalation. Another term for the discharge is deintercalation. Another term is discharge is deintercalation. So how you will describe deintercalation? Chalo fatapat. What happens in deintercalation? Discharge is deintercalation. So who will describe? Fatapat. We do not have time. Time is money. And I am poor. Chalo deintercalation. Who will describe? What is deintercalation is nothing but what?
Lithium ions move from anode to
Discharging. Deintercalation is discharging. What happens in discharging? Chalo fast.
lithium ions move from anode to cathode. Electrons move from anode to
Electron
cathode.
from anode to cathode and current from cathode to anode.
Cathode to anode.
So exactly opposite is the case for intercalation. Exactly opposite is the case for intercalation. So diagram are must. See the flow of the diagram and then you have to give the answer, whether it is a intercalation or deintercalation. So intercalation, lithium ion will move from cathode to anode, electron from cathode to anode, and current from anode to cathode. That is intercalation. See the diagram carefully. The flow of electron, flow of lithium ions. It may be given the diagram. You will be asked whether it is a deintercalation or intercalation. Subjective question may be there. What is shown in the following diagram? Battery. So you have to answer that subjective question in which choices are not given, but you have to put one word, appropriate word there. De-intercalation, discharge or de-intercalation, and uh, charge or intercalation. Prepare the diagram from that point of view. Then next is, these are the reaction. At anode, oxidation there, at cathode, reduction is there, and this reaction here, which is there, XLI and XE, here and here they are common. So this plus this is common here, it is at right hand side, this is at left hand side, will cancel. Then this side we have 6C and we have LiCoO2. Reactions are reversed during charging. Exactly opposite reaction you have to write during charging. These are the reaction during discharge. Anode oxidation, but during charging, anode will be this reaction and cathode will have this reaction. They have shown only one way. So you have to remember one way and make it reverse exactly for the discharge. The reaction at anode will become reaction at cathode and reaction at cathode will become reaction at anode. Just within 1 minute, prepare the reaction. Chalo. Within 1 minute, prepare the reaction. For discharging. Discharging is also called as de-intercalation, which is also charging is also called as intercalation. I will not ask the reaction today. Next time I will ask. Are you through? Are you through? Please answer. Okay, next lecture I will ask. So these are the, now we'll see what are the advantages. They are like earlier we have seen, high energy density, high power density, the rate which it will through. They are light in weight, long shelf life is there, and they are low cost. Yeah, they are, no, here they are costly because they have to provide it with the charger and long life, and they are safe to use. In the safety measures or safety devices they are used. For example, I have told you the stabilizer. Today you talk to your parents and immediately purchase it because the rainy days are on the way. The forecast says that this time the rainy season will begin in the March itself. So it is better. Up till now it has not happened, but if your home is old, then all wiring, if it is concealed wiring, you cannot guarantee for their service. That is why it's better to fit the stabilizer, that is the safety device in which the lithium batteries are used. Only two disadvantages are there. They are expensive. They are expensive because they are to be provided with the charger and the cable, and they are not available in all different sizes like coin, etc., etc. They have only one standard size is available. So they are there, and these are the application. They are used in cameras, calculators. They are used in pacemaker, then implantable device. So ज्यांचा हार्ट नाही होते त्यांचा हार्ट इम्प्लांट केलं जातं, लिव्हर इम्प्लांट केलं जातं. म्हणजे पहिलं लिव्हर जे नॅचरली आपल्याकडे मिळालेलं आहे, आपल्याला देवाने दिलंय, त्याचं लिव्हर काम नसेल करत, आपण लिव्हर ट्रान्सप्लांट करतो. तर किडनी ट्रान्सप्लांट करतो, तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण या बॅटरीज वापरतो. तर त्याच्यात इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्शन मेकॅनिझम आहे. You need not go into the detail. They are also used in the daily communication equipment, portable radios and TV, pages, etc. They are used to operate laptop computers, mobile phones, and aerospace application. These are the modern one. Expensive है, लेकिन rechargeable. You can use them everywhere. Now, whatever implantable devices are there, like a pacemaker or the any other which is transplanted, means the kidney, if it is not functioning, the kidney donor gives kidney to others, so that need to be transplanted. For that some small machine like a pacemaker is attached, in which cells are there. As long as that cell will go, as long as that particular plant part which is transplanted is active, your cell will work. And then you have to no doubt you have to monitor it, the cell life also, because if cell will dead, then your transplanted organ also will stop working. So you have to monitor both the cell active life as well as the whether the transplanted organ is active or passive. If it becomes passive, then immediately it may lead to the death of the patient. So with that, we have finished the second unit. If you have any doubt, these are the outcomes. All this we have seen. Reaction at for primary this thing. They are lightweight, high voltage, high electric intensity. They are good conductor. This is the primary one, which is not rechargeable. Reaction at anode and cathode. Lithium get incorporated in Mn. Mn4 changes to Mn3, etc. And then lithium ion battery, which are the rechargeable. LiCO2, CO2 is the cathode, and Li lithium ion with the carbon suspended. So LiX C6 is written, carbon is to increase the conductivity, and Li plus ions are should be there in the electrolyte. Electrolyte is your uh, organic solvent, anyone, acetonitrile, then propylene carbonate, or it may be the 1,2-dimethoxyethane, and inorganic is thionyl chloride. But to increase the conductivity of electrolyte, you have to add some amount of the LiCl or LiBr. Discharging is also called as de-intercalation. You can call it as silation also. No rule for that. And charging, you can call it as intercalation. Have I made you clear, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Whole chapter is clear. Now start preparing for the test, as your CR gave me the suggestion. In the Tuesday's lecture, we'll have test on assignment on the unit 1, and next Tuesday we will have half an hour extra lecture, half an hour test. I've got it on unit 2, but start preparing unit 2 already. I have shared the notes with you. So do that. We'll stop here. I will share the attendance sheet, give the attendance, and then leave the class. Today it was 13th lecture. Today it was 13th lecture. Anytime you can call me for any difficulty. Now our PBL is over. We have to start the experiment this week. Earlier you did a PBL, na? L1 batch? L1 batch?
Yes.
Now we have to start the experiment. Experiment 1 will be there. I think your batch is on Saturday. So we'll have experiment 1 only with your permission.
On Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow. Okay. Only with your permission, I will take 5 minutes extra if needed. I will underline if needed, because it is an introductory part. Means 2 parts are there in the same experiment. I have already shared what you are supposed to read before coming for the practical. So you do that, uh, and we will do it. So your experiment will be there tomorrow. Chalo, fill the attendance sheet.
Done, ma'am.
Everyone done? Sure, you have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just everyone check on your group whether I have sent the experiment 1 or which experiment I have sent it to you for reading. Have I sent anything to your group, L1 batch?
Ma'am, you have sent the meeting link only.
Only, huh? So I have not sent tomorrow's. Definitely, your experiment 1 will be there, na? PBL over, na? Everyone. I will send it shortly. Before coming, just go through it.
Okay.
मिस टेस्ट कब है?
Tuesday ko remaining presentation will be there in half an hour, and then half an hour test will be there. Actually,
Extra
it's,
lecture is there on Tuesday.
yeah, 9 to 10. Huh?
Okay. और unit 1 पे ही टेस्ट है ना सिर्फ?
Yeah, this Tuesday only unit 1. Next Tuesday again extra lecture will be there. Half an hour I will teach new topic, and half an hour we'll have the test. Huh? For L1 batch, I have sent the material for the reading. Just go through it. Don't by heart anything. I am going to explain it. And since 2 parts are there, kind request, I will extend only by 5 minutes if required. Not sure, but if required. So are you through, all of you? Are you through? Shall I end up the meeting? Shall I end up the meeting?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day to all. Bye.